just want to let you guys know, if you're seeing the quality mess up, I apologize. I really sincerely apologize for that. It's just every time I exit out the stream on my phone, the quality will do bad. But then every time I pull up my stream on my phone, the quality will do good. So, guys, I will be here at 2:20. The stream will start at 2:20 p.m. So make sure you all are here. And I hope to see you all here for that. We got a lot of news to go over. Whole bunch of shit. Whole bunch of AEW news to go over today. So this is going to be a huge packed AEW Dark Elevation watch along. So make sure you all are here. I hope to see you all here when the stream starts, or even before the stream. Enjoy the music I have in the background for now. See you guys here. Good afternoon, everybody. Wow, 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 wow. We got yet another beautiful day outside. You love to see it. Really. You love to see it. I hope everybody is doing all right. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday afternoon. So immediately after the AEW Dark Elevation watch along, we're going to be going over all of the WWE AEW Tuesday afternoon news that I have for you today. So before we get started before we can begin with the watch alongs, if you guys are new to the channel and you want to see more watch alongs like this, or if you want to see more reviews or even WWE AEW pay-per-view watch alongs, subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell for all notifications so you don't miss any of those. As I told you last night. Matter of fact, no, as I told you yesterday afternoon on my WWE AEW Monday afternoon news live stream, I have a lot planned for the channel. A whole lots of stuff planned for this channel going into the end of this year and going into the beginning of this year. There's going to be a whole lot more reviews, a whole lot more watch-alongs, a whole lot more game streaming. It's going to be a lot more game streaming and more watch-alongs. So, you guys can follow me on Instagram, add me on Facebook, add me on Snapchat. The links to all of my accounts are in the description below. We're going to go ahead and begin the watch along. I'm going to go ahead and push the play button for AEW Elevation episode 82. Here we go, guys, for Elevation episode 82. And by the way, the matches they only have booked is Kip Sabian and Penelope versus Skye Blue and Shawn Dean, and Serpentico versus Ortiz. Those are the only two matches booked for Elevation. That's what I call real matches right there. All these squash matches, all these squash match ideas need to get the fuck out. We don't need to be seeing squash matches on AEW Elevation and Dark every week. We need to see real competition matches. If you produce real competitional matches, that's when you will start to get more audience. If you produce squash matches, you're not going to get audience. A lot of audience are going to already be, a lot of the crowd are already going to be leaving the arena just based on what you're producing, based on the overwhelming feel of the show. So, if anybody have any questions, you can comment in the live chat. I'm going to go ahead and get to it because I'm ready to watch this. I'm ready to get this over with so I can give you guys the WWE AEW Tuesday afternoon news coming out of Monday Night Raw, AEW Dark, and the news coming into today as well. So, here we go.
Only the strong will survive. There will be darkness as the wicked beasts will awaken.
Taking these lights. I don't know why I had these. I don't even know why I had my headsets on. I don't even need them.
the Warrior.
Next month is Full Gear. Rampage is on November the 18th.
Welcome everyone to AEW
Full Gear is on November the
Dark
19th.
Elevation Grand Slam Week includes Ibra Kabani, Daddy Magic. Oh yeah.
The opening contest is a mixed tag team match. Second one on one pole. They 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Chicago, Illinois, Skye Blue.
Saw a big win from Sky Blue last week, Matt. On a bit of a roll here on Dark Elevation. Dealing with the captain today.
Her partner also from Chicago, Illinois, Captain Shawn.
Here we go! New York City, Ian Scumbag. Ian, that's right. That is your name. Excuse me. Just gonna leave it at that. Here we go. I called you Daddy Magic. I thought it was Daddy Magic and the Magic Daddy. Scumbag Ian. Well, Sky Blue. Captain Shawn Dean. Here we go. What a great team this has the potential to be. Elevation.
Potential to be what? What are you talking about?
Sky Blue. Chicago Connection.
The team of Sabian and Penelope.
What a reaction. Yeah, sometimes you're just kind of checked out. You're searching for yourself. You're searching for what drives you. And it's still hard to determine with Kip Sabian.
Wow.
Drives him, Penelope
Kip Sabian is getting over the crowd. This must be his hometown or something.
I bet she drives him.
Queens, New York must be their hometown.
For what, 2 years, a year and a half?
For him to be getting that over the crowd like that.
Kip Sabian looking at the box.
So we got Kip Sabian and Penelope in the ring, along with Shawn Dean and Sky Blue.
But instead it got worse. Does the box stop? Well, I haven't heard it. We're going to start things off.
It's going to be kicking off with Kip Sabian versus Shawn Dean. So we got both of them in the ring.
Male versus male, female versus female, as they tag in and out.
Guys, don't forget, follow me on Instagram, add me on Facebook, add me on Snapchat. And don't forget that the links to my accounts are in the description below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. Let's get at least 4 or 5 likes on the stream minimum. Right now. Because after the AEW Dark Elevation watch along, I'm going to be going over your WWE AEW Tuesday afternoon news coming out of Monday Night Raw and AEW Dark, and also your WWE AEW Tuesday afternoon news coming into today. That includes news on Aleister Black, Cancer Ray, Swerve Strickland, Bailey, and so much more.
But your father now. Off the ropes. Captain Shawn Dean. Oh, shoulder tackle. And big drop kick. Yeah, Shawn Dean, you know.
I would have did an actual WWE AEW Tuesday afternoon news live stream, but I actually changed my mind. I decided to go live for the AEW Dark Elevation watch along instead, because I said I was going to start with an AEW Dark Elevation watch along. I told everybody that on my WWE AEW Monday afternoon news live stream.
And Matt, what does that do to you? There's got to be involuntary movement, pins and needles. How do you think it feels? Oh, all right, a knee in the back. What do you think? It feels good? You getting an adjustment? I don't care to find out. As Shawn Dean, how your rotator stuff doing here, Dean? A great.
I don't know who that new commentator is. I don't know. Don't ask me.
Gotta make a tag.
I have no fucking clue.
And Shawn Dean. Oh, and it's Penelope. Is that a fake up? Do we have a tag there? Oh, we do. Sky Blue was in the moon. And here we go, back handspring.
Oh, look at this double team of the couple known as Penelope and Kip Sabian.
Who's legal? I'm confused.
Uh-oh, Sky Blue got angry.
In the corner, sweeping the line behind the refs back here. Nicely done. Wow. And what they just did, they went in and out twice. Cover 1, 2. The men are legal. Just a 2 count there. Shawn Dean now. And he's in trouble.
Look at that freaking cannonball in the corner by Kip Sabian, man.
Oh, look at that inside.
Oh, a roll-up pin by Shawn Dean. Kip Sabian kicks out at 2.
Catches the the arms. What do we got? DDT.
DDT from Shawn Dean.
Nailed it. Get a cover. Skye Blue trying to get the people going here. And trying to let Shawn Dean know where she is to make the tag. Both ladies are ready for the tag here. Getting closer and closer. Come on. Tag.
Skye Blue's tagged in. Penelope's tagged in as well.
Ooh, big knee. Thrust kick.
Ooh, look at that kick from Skye Blue. Oh, Penelope just pushed Skye Blue. Went too far with that one.
Shake right on roll. Get a cover, Skye Blue. Now we're talking.
A tornado suplex from Skye Blue.
Kick out. Keep the momentum going here. Don't think too much.
Looks like a twister, if you ask me.
And charging in, Skye Blue. Right in the face. Up the ladder with the
wow. Insecurity to Penelope, man.
Watch out here. Now what's happening here?
Whoa! That's the code red. Something DeMonte uses. Skye Blue just hit a code red on Kip Sabian. Oh, wow, man.
New York City. And how can't you?
What a cold red from Skye Blue, man. She literally hit the cold red on Kip Sabian.
Shot right in the jaw. And back to the corner. Shawn Dean makes that tag. Now he's got to look for Kip, right? He does. I want to just hit him. He's a nice guy, yeah? Nice guy, Shawn Dean. And here we see, oh, look at that. 4 kicks. Ooh, jab. Larry Holmes style jab. Again. Forearm. Can't turn away here. He had him. He got him. Lights might be off. Dean block. Ooh. Now, see, I don't get this. Wait, you're just going to stop. Well, what's happening here? They was reversing, but he's a little. Oh! So here. Pop up.
Pop up spine buster. Oh, snap, man.
Went as high as the Sears Tower in Chicago, Illinois. As high as the
match is starting out great already, man.
Wow. Top here. It certainly is, Dean.
These are the type of matches we need to be getting on Dark Elevation every, well, not the mixed tag team matches, but the singles matches. These are the type of tag team matches we need to get in the tag team division on Dark Elevation, though. Believe it or not. Oh! Kip Sabian had his knees up from that moonsault from Shawn Dean. That salute from the top row. Oh, man. And it's over.
What a win for Sabian and Ford. We question where Sabian.
They're probably going to show the replay of Kip Sabian's signature, his finisher.
What a match. Let's take a look.
Yep, they are. He did the salute on the top rope, and Kip Sabian had his knees up. There it was. The can twisting suplex right there, man. Looks like the Drifter. Something Elias does. I think that is the Drifter. That's Elias's move right there.
What a win for this duo.
I grew up in a household where being told that boys and men aren't supposed to cry and seeking some type of outside help.
There's Powerhouse Hobbs.
Crazy. I've had some trauma in my life, being shot, losing my brother, losing my mother about a year ago, and losing my grandparents. So me, I seek outside help because me personally, if I keep things bundled in, I'm gonna explode. And I'm a 6'2", 270-pound man, and I do cry. And I have 2 males that I'm raising, and I do let them know that it is okay to cry. Yeah, it's just for me. I need that someone outside to kind of to give me guts to let me know that
that's Powerhouse Hobbs talking on screen, guys.
I'm worth something, and if I can
about crisis.
Experiences.
He's talking about crisis on here.
Person, this big muscular guy that's an athlete, he cries. Well, it's okay for me to cry. So for anyone watching this, it does get better. I can testify to that. Just keep pushing.
Get a new iPhone 14 Pro on us. And get it with one unlimited for iPhone, only on Verizon.
What the hell is this?
Red gives you
Get that off my screen.
So higher in AEW. Wednesday on TBS, in the aftermath of Grand Slam. What's next for the new world champion, Shawn Moxley? I'm a demon you can't slay. AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite, live at 8 on TBS.
Our main event is Serpentico versus Ortiz.
Atlantic City, Boston, Bridgeport, Connecticut, AEWTIX.com for more information. And we have a main event.
Ball with a 20-minute time limit. Being accompanied by Luther from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Serpentico.
Yes.
We got guys wrestling from both Puerto Rico, Serpentico and Ortiz.
Chaos Project, they're looking for a third man. I heard your name was in the mix. Yeah, I don't think so. How about that? I love go, but let's get serious. Approaching the dubious distinction of being the first AEW wrestler ever to lose 100 matches. Kind of like my beloved Say. I'm sorry, Luther is jacked. He is jacked. Look at those traps. I wish I looked like Luther. I'm not even gonna front. Hey, no better hitting the gym here. Serpentico, though, looking for a huge win in our main event this week on Dark Elevation. Oh boy. Yeah, well, this is
From New York, New York, 216 pounds.
Ortiz is from New York, but Puerto Rico is his hometown.
Amazing. Ortiz. Hometown boy. Amazing New York representation in AEW. Ortiz adding to that list, and there's been some big time reactions here in Arthur Ashe.
Yeah.
This is among the biggest. You want to talk about a scumbag? Here's a scumbag. What? Ortiz. Listen, just because the I've ever met in my life, just because the Jericho Appreciation Society has had a lot of problems.
These guys are a bunch of comedians, man.
And Serp, I can't wait to see him put him in his place right here tonight.
These guys are a bunch of comedians, man.
Let's go, Serp. Main event time, Dark Elevation. Serpent Luther. And we just letting the crowd, letting their voice being heard here. They are excited. They are pumped. I'm pumped. Off the rope, shoulder tackle, Ortiz. Look at that double bicep. That's looking good. You got to give it to him. Hats off, Ortiz. Absolutely. I don't know about this guy. What is that little shimmy? A little shimmy. I give the biceps a 10. The shimmy, hey, 8 on the shimmy, huh? So generous. I only know because I've seen better out of Ortiz. As you see a wrist lock here. Oh, clothesline. Down. Come on, sir. Nice trap cover. Holds. You know what? That's what I like. You see how he held onto the arm right there? Absolutely. Pointed out. That's what you got to do. Sign of a pro right there. Certainly. And Ortiz, it doesn't matter. Oh, boy. Look at it roll him through. Roll him up. Wow. Planted DD. Get a cover, sir. Come on, man. Hooks the leg. 2. Oh, man. 2 count there. And guys are just getting crushed in the face here. Oh, Luther. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Absolutely despicable. Look at him. Up and down.
Luther with a suplex.
I love it. It is. Tell us again, Luther. No, that's how you cheat. Well, look, what are you gonna do? You do what you gotta do, man. Listen, just because you and Cool Hand do that kind of thing, Luther very proud of himself. And Serpentico, ooh, between the eyes. He's gonna hammer away here. Certainly is. There's not much in there, let me tell you that. And Serpentico now into the corner.
Look at Ortiz dodging that.
Ortiz,
easily dodging.
Fancy roll.
Drop kick from Ortiz. What is he going to do next?
Still trying to recover. Yeah, he took a couple kicks in the face, big suplex on the floor. I love it.
Ortiz looked like he hurt his back there.
Maybe an opening here, though, to get back. Come on, sir. The advantage here. Looking for an Irish whip off the ropes. Ortiz, big back elbow. Big classic elbow right there.
And a clothesline to go with it. And a, whoa.
Power slam. 2. There you go.
One side power slam.
Here by Serp. Come on, sir. Get it together here. Charging in. Great separation. luring him in now. Wow.
Oh, look at that Hurricane Runner from Serpentico.
Oh, plants him down. What was that? What was that? Here we go. Shawn. He's going to finish it here.
What was that he was using? I don't know. Y'all are confusing me on commentary, man. Seriously. Get it together.
Yes! Hooks the leg. One, two. Oh, come on. Swan.
A moonsault from Serpentico and Ortiz kicks out.
Luther, I'm with you, Luther. That was 3. Referee.
Luther, I'm with you, Luther.
Position, Matt. How can you say? You're right. You're right. Listen, just get caught up here. Posey was right there. Got to his knees real quick. Front face lock here, dropping down to one knee, lowering the center of gravity. What's he looking for? Ortiz.
He's getting ready to suplex Ortiz. No, he's not. Ortiz is not letting him do that. Ortiz said, that ain't happening. Uh-oh. He's going for the power driver. Oh, the full package power slam. Oh, my goodness. A full package power driver, man.
Everyone keeps secrets. When I go to trial, I win.
Got him! Nicely done.
Wait, wasn't his knees down?
I gotta say,
So, it didn't look like Serpentico. It looked like Serpentico kicked out.
What a main event match, absolutely.
It looked like Serpentico kicked out.
It looked like Serpentico was in the driver's seat for the victory, but the hometown hero Ortiz picking up a huge victory on AEW Dark Elevation. Daddy Magic is my pleasure to call Dark Elevation review once again. The crowd is pumped here. What a night! Elevation! New York! Sabian, Daddy Magic, I'm Ian Riccaboni. Happy wrestling, everybody. See you next week.
With the mental health thing, it's in my family, and
now we are going to go over the AEW Tuesday afternoon news coming out of Monday Night Raw and AEW Dark, as well as the news coming into today. I just want to say thank you guys for joining me for this AEW Dark Elevation watch along. That was it, man. There was only 2 matches on the show. I don't know why you put 2 matches. It seemed like it'd be 5 matches full. Great show. It was a great show. Better than last week's Elevation, I'll tell you that. That's the type of matches we need to be getting on the show. Singles matches. Not no mixed tag matches. Singles matches. Real singles competition matches. Real tag team competition matches. You don't need to be getting those squash matches. Get the squash match idea out of there. Get it out. Get it out of AEW. We don't need to be seeing that. We don't need to be seeing that. We don't. We really, really don't, man. Are you guys ready? You guys ready to hear some AEW news today, man? Some brand new AEW WWE news? I know I'm ready to deliver it. I'm ready to deliver the news to you guys. I am so hyped. I'm so ready. I'm actually doing something though right now. Hold on. Okay. All right, guys, here we go, man. We're gonna go ahead and get to it real quick. I don't care who's in here. I don't care who's not in here. We're getting to it. So, as far as AEW Tuesday afternoon news goes, we're gonna start with news on Swerve Strickland. So there is some news on him. Many of you know who Swerve Strickland is. He's currently on the AEW roster, and he's currently in the AEW tag team division over there. Hang on a second. Turn that music down a little. Let's turn the music down a little bit. You guys can hear me. Hold on. Where is it? I can't seem to find the news now. It was just here. Where is it? It was just here. Why is these articles? Why do articles always disappear, man. These articles are always disappearing every time, dude. Fucking ridiculous. Uh-oh. Got some breaking news, guys. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. I just saw it. Got some breaking news, guys, on the NXT house shows. Get on here. Breaking news. Breaking news, man. There's some breaking news for this week's AEW Dynamite as well, guys. All right, here we go. We got some breaking news on this week's episode of Dynamite. Apparently, Hurricane Lane may cause change for this week's AEW Dynamite show. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Given that hurricane season has already started, we all know how many hurricanes we're getting this year. I mean, some of you may know. I don't know. How many hurricanes do you guys think we're getting this year? Let me know, man. So it says here that AEW Dynamite made its debut back in October 2019. And since then, has been going strong as of late here. Going strong for the most part. The company continues to develop their storylines for the upcoming pay-per-view as well. That being said, Mother Nature might have other plans for their show this week. So it is apparent that AEW president Tony Khan recently took to Twitter and posted a public memo to all AEW employees based in Florida or other parts of the Gulf Coast region that could be impacted by Hurricane Lane. I hope my brother's okay because my brother lives in Florida. So he lives in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I hope he's okay. I hope he's doing all right. I hope he's at home, staying safe and taking care of himself, most importantly. So this is what Tony Khan on Twitter, and I quote, "For everyone in AEW, in case you missed our email, anyone worried about Hurricane Lane affecting your travel or home or your family life, it's voluntary to come to TV this week." Oh, so they can. But anyone affected by the hurricane can take care of business at home, and we hope to see you all next week. The company is making strides in order to provide a worthwhile episode of Dynamite this week. So I guess we'll have to wait and see whether the hurricane will affect the show or not. I hope to God not. Dude, it's going to be a waste. It's going to be a complete waste of my time going live for Dynamite tomorrow if Dynamite doesn't produce an episode of Dynamite this week. If AEW doesn't go with Dynamite this week, I'm going to have to reschedule my Dynamite watch-along to next week, next Wednesday night. And I don't want to have to do it. I really don't. I want to be live for Dynamite for you guys. I want to be live for the Dynamite watch-alongs and review for you guys, man. I really do. One thing about the channel, like I said yesterday on my WWE AEW Monday afternoon news live stream, love to stream and produce my watch-alongs. I love to stream and produce my reviews on my YouTube channel. I love making backgrounds and thumbnails for my watch-alongs, for my streams, man. I really feel like it's generating more people. My watch-alongs, my reviews are. And I feel like game streaming is generating more people as well. And that's something I've still got in the plans to do going forward. All that I told y'all basically. But what is y'all's take on this hurricane season? Sound off in the comments. We got some more breaking news, guys. That is on NXT this time. So apparently, the WWE NXT house shows are postponed due to Hurricane Lane. WWE brought NXT back on the road after over a year COVID up due to the pandemic. Now, Mother Nature has other plans. The WWE NXT live events that were supposed to take place this weekend have been postponed because Hurricane Land ordered a widespread evacuation of Florida. I hope everybody in Florida stays safe. Stay in your houses. Do not come outside, because if you do, water's going to go in your house if you leave doors open. The Performance Center was originally scheduled for Friday and at the University Area Community Complex in Tampa, Florida. Got moved to Saturday, December the 17th. Jesus fucking Christ, that's a long way from now. The event scheduled for Saturday at the Daddy City Armory in Daddy City, Florida, or Dade City, Florida, whatever it is, got rescheduled for Friday, November the 11th. Tickets brought in the past will still be valid on the new dates. So today, Hurricane Land reached Cuba and intensified into a Category 4 hurricane. This is real news, guys. This is nothing fake. This is factual information from my sources, my own sources I have, Ringside News. The southeastern United States will continue to see strong winds and rain over the weekend when it makes landfall in the Sunset State on Wednesday. Around 2.5 million Floridians are required to evacuate as a result of the state of emergency that has been issued there. That's bad, dude. That's really, really bad. That's bad news. Not only bad news for the Floridians, but bad news for people that wrestle in NXT and AEW. AEW President Tony Khan stated on Monday evening that owing to the hurricane, staff and talent attendance for Wednesday Dynamite in Philadelphia is voluntary. Guys, I will stay tuned. I will keep you guys up to date on that whenever the new updates and new news available. So what is y'all's take on the hurricane season? Let me know. I appreciate it. Now, we're going to go ahead and go over the news that I have listed here. We're going to start with the news on Isaiah Swerve Scott. I'm going to go ahead and finish finding that real quick. I just thought I'd go ahead and give you guys the breaking news. Now that we got that out the way, now we can go ahead and go over the original news I have. Because I saw it, it popped up on the article. It popped up on the website as soon as I saw those two articles on Hurricane Land. So I figured I went over that with you all. For people that live in Florida, for people that may be watching my stream that's in Florida right now. Okay, I don't know where that Isaiah Swerve Scott article is, but I can't fucking find it. And it is starting to piss me off. It really is. No joke. It's starting to piss me off. I can't find it. If I find it, I'm gonna move on to the next news because I ain't got time to be sitting here all day. I have to be at work before 5 o'clock. Or before 5:30. Got time for this shit, man. Got time to be sitting here searching all day. Dude, it was just on here, dude. The news on Isaiah Swerve Scott was just on here. You mean to tell me they took it off to where I can't reveal the news? You serious, man? Did they really take it off? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Ringside News are so shitty sometimes, man. They don't ever let anybody go over there in the fucking news, man. I mean, oh my fucking god, I can't fucking find it, dude. Oh I'm about to get pissed. I'm about to be really pissed off. Okay, so apparently I can't find the news on SWERVE Scott, so we're just gonna have to move on to the next one, man. So there's some news on MALAKAI Black. He reportedly told AEW Superstar that he wants to come back to the company. Let me look on my phone and see. Let me look on my phone and see if it's there. Because I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, man. How the world all of a sudden am I gonna go on the website and only to find out that it's not there? What the heck, man? What is Ringside News doing, dude? What are they doing that I don't know? What is it about Ringside News? Well, I don't understand it, dude. How can they go from doing an article and then delete it off their website? Like it's not factual information. These people are so... I might as well just get the fuck off of here, man. I think I've wasted my time. I had news I was going to go over with you guys and everything. All the news I had listed, Ringside News has their articles taken off. Why? For what? Oh, because you don't want nobody to reveal what news or evidence and information you got, right? Is that why you're taking all these fucking articles off? Give me a fucking break, man. Meanwhile, both articles are popping up on my phone, but yet they are not popping up on my laptop. What is wrong with this internet, dude? Something ain't right here, bro. Something ain't right here, bro. Either that or I'm not refreshing the page like I should be. Yeah. I'm such a dumb. I didn't even refresh the page. I didn't even think to refresh the page, man. Oh my goodness. Here are both of the articles popping up on my laptop because I didn't refresh the page. I guess I may as well take myself a major L because for not refreshing the page. Guess I better go take a fucking L. IWN's going to major L now because he did not refresh the page. Yeah, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Ringside News' websites are so messed up, man. Their website is so messed up, they need to fix it. That, or it could be my internet, dude. I don't know. I don't know, but I found the pages now. I found the articles now. We're going to go ahead and go over the news on Isaiah Scott and Aleister Black. I don't need to be wasting time here. Here it is, guys. So there is some news. We're going to continue now that I found both articles because I didn't refresh the page. The other page, anyway. So there's some news on Isaiah Scott. So apparently he told WWE to speak to his lawyer when they contacted him about returning. So when WWE went through a big change, Triple H had tried hard to collect some of his favorite superstars that his father-in-law fired over the past couple of years. Listen up, folks. You might want to tune in for this. It seems that he's done a good job of that with Braun Strowman. Oh, God. And which he took his first L in WWE, bringing back Braun Strowman. I think that was one of the worst decisions that Triple H has ever done, bringing Braun Strowman back. Strowman, Karrion Kross, Scarlett, and Dexter Lumis coming back. But he wasn't successful with everyone. John Rossap reported behind Fightful paywall that Swerve Strickland was contacted by WWE about coming back. Now, this would have presumably been to be a part of his Hit Row faction upon their return. Swerve just told WWE to call his attorney. Swerve's smart, man. He knows. He already knew they were coming for him. Why you think he's got a lawyer, an attorney? Swerve's about business when it comes to WWE contacting him about that. So on the other hand, Keith Lee has never been contacted. Something that he addressed it just recently. And we're going to go over that here in a bit. But it says here, and I quote, this is what Shawn Rossap said. He said here, and I quote, "We can confirm that Swerve Strickland was contacted by WWE, but referred him to his attorney and had no interest in returning to the company. At the time, we were given the indication that he was contacted as a part of the reformed Hit Row pitch. However, we were told that as of now, Keith Lee has not been contacted by WWE, contrary to rumors." End quote. So we have to see if WWE can get either member of Swerve in the Glory, Swerve in Our Glory back, or it doesn't seem like they're interested, if anything. Keith Lee apparently never received any kind of contact, contrary to popular belief. What is y'all's take on this story, man, about WWE and AEW? So, I have some news on Malakai Black. We're going to go over that news. That's the next article I'm going to go over here. So, if I can find it. Oh no, it's on the other page. What the heck was I thinking, man? There it is. Okay, so apparently Malakai Black reportedly told a WWE superstar that he wants to come back to the company. So Malakai Black was granted a conditional AEW release, but that opened up a lot of questions. The fact that Triple H is signing up a bunch of his favorite wrestlers that Vince McMahon fired is also perfect timing for this situation. Shawn Rossap reported behind Fightful's paywall that several higher-ups in AEW thought that Malakai Black is heading back to WWE. He also apparently told at least one WWE superstar that he wanted to come back. This is what Shawn Rossap said, and I quote, "Malakai Black asking for his release had several higher-ups in AEW to think that he just wanted out to go to WWE. And he told at least one WWE talent he wished he was there. AEW officials also thought that the situation had been smoothed over before All Out. At least one AEW source believes that we'll end up seeing Buddy Matthews and Malakai Black back in the company within a few months, and said that AEW had no intention of releasing Black to go elsewhere last month." Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, sure thing. We'll have to see if Malakai Black makes a return to WWE. It'll be interesting to see how Tony Khan handles the situation, because Black is a big name. It could be an even bigger name. Could be an even more bigger asset to Triple H. After all, Triple H knows how to book Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy, unlike his father-in-law, Vince McMahon. That 77-year-old, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. So, what is y'all's take on that situation? Let me know. Now, we are going to go ahead and move on to the news on Bobby Fish. So, apparently, listen up, folks, if you're still watching. Apparently, Bobby Fish was never contacted by WWE about a return. So, Bobby Fish joined AEW and the Undisputed Era was particularly completed, except for Roderick Strong, who is still in NXT. It didn't take very long for Fish to swim away. But then a rumor bubbled to surface after that. Bobby Fish showed up in Impact Wrestling. Impact! Like anybody cares about Impact. Nobody gives a shit about Impact. Come on. Come on now. Seriously. But he's not under contract. Fans might expect his WWE return, but that doesn't seem to be in the cards as of right now. A rumor hit Twitter that said Bobby Fish tried to convince Adam Cole, baby, and Kyle O'Reilly to leave AEW. Shawn Rossap noted, every article says Shawn Rossap. I swear, man. Jeez Louise, Shawn Rossap's getting paid by the damn day. He's getting paid by the hour, it seems like. Swear. Shawn Rossap noted behind Fightful's paywall that this story is a pure fabrication. It says here, and I quote, a popular dark Twitter internet rumor was that before Bobby Fish had asked Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly to leave All Elite Wrestling with him to go back to WWE, that was vehemently denied by numerous AEW sources. And those sources have stated that there haven't been talks between Bobby Fish and the company. It seems that Bobby Fish didn't try to get his Undisputed Era brothers to jump ship. In fact, Bobby Fish is still taking his fucking L's in the community. And he could take another L just for saying all that. Anyway. In fact, WWE hasn't even contacted Fish about making. And the only time will tell if that changes. But it seems that Bobby Fish's name trended on social media for no reason. Like anybody cares about Bobby Fish. After he said all those things he said that got him released from the company. Yeah, give me a break. What's y'all's take on Bobby Fish leaving AEW? Let me know. Nobody's picking up Bobby Fish, man. I mean, look how old he is. His time in wrestling is almost over. He might as well forget it. All right. So, there's some news on Brock Lesnar. We're going to go over that. So, apparently, yesterday there was news on Brock Lesnar being spotted with new look. Now there's news on him being booked for Crown Jewel. WWE is going back to Saudi Arabia, and Crown Jewel already has a massive main event with Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. The company's November 5th return to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia will also include Brock Lesnar. Nobody needs Brock Lesnar. When we got young talents like Austin Theory, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, Bayley, Io Skye, Dakota Kai. You got Hit Roll down there. You got Walter. You got Vivian Heiner, Marcel Barthel. You got all these talents. Why would you need Brock Lesnar? You got all this young talent. All this young talent you got that you could be using for Saudi Arabia, and yet you decide to use Brock Lesnar for Saudi Arabia. Give me a break, man. Enough with having Brock Lesnar on television. Keep him off the television. You don't need him. All of that in WWE Creative. You don't need him. Keep him off of television. Please. We don't need to see him on TV again. Enough is enough with having Brock Lesnar on TV in these useless storylines, man. Ringside News. My sources. They were told by a tenured member of the creative team that Goldberg is not working the Crown Jewel show in Saudi Arabia. Good. Fuck Bill Goldberg. With that being said, Brock Lesnar is working the event. So, Ringside News says, we were unable to confirm who the Beast Incarnate will face in Saudi Arabia. Hey, Hassan, I see you. Don't act like I don't see you. I see you in the live chat. I'm just going over some news right now, man, that people need to hear, that the audience needs to hear right now, including yourself, because you're a WWE fan too. The fact that Roman Reigns is already booked against Paul eliminates the head of the table. Lesnar was last seen at SummerSlam, where he lost a title unification match to Roman Reigns. He also put Paul Heyman out of action for weeks as he F5'd his former advocate. Oh, also, we'll have to see when Brock Lesnar makes his presence known. Once again, I don't care. Nobody wants to see Brock Lesnar on television, please. Everybody is getting bored of Brock Lesnar. Just like everybody is getting bored of Ronda Rousey. Oh, shoot, man. I thought I got struck by lightning, man. Eh? What was that? I was trying to damn sleep, man. Something woke me up. Seriously, I'm getting tired of seeing Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar on the television. Keep them off television. And keep Lacey Evans off the television, too. That's the 3 names that you need to be keeping off the television. So, Brock Lesnar lost the Mountain Man look and is sporting a cleanly shaven face now. So the next time Lesnar shows up, he will not look the same as we saw him. Oh, really? I can't hardly wait. I wonder who you're going to have Brock Lesnar face in Saudi Arabia. There's nobody for him to face. We could get Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar for Saudi Arabia. That'd be a great match. I mean, given that Bobby Lashley is a baby face, you'd have Brock Lesnar. You'd have Brock Lesnar as a heel, man. You know what I mean? I think that'd be the match right there for Saudi Arabia. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. You know, I don't want to see Brock Lesnar on television, but still. What is y'all's take on this story? Please let me know. Guys, remember the White Rabbit teaser? Well, Dawn Mom better be getting on the live stream for this one because Mr. Great Mom himself, the YouTube channel name, he better be getting on the live chat for this one because I got some news on WWE dropping yet another insane White Rabbit Easter egg via QR code during Raw. Everybody better be tuning in the chat for this one because this is factual information. This is actual news. This is no fake news from Ringside News. I'm telling you that right now. I can confirm that to you right now on the live stream. So WWE dropped a QR code tease during a previous episode of SmackDown in that PQ'd fan curiosity of sorts. The company continued to push through the tease on Monday Night Raw last night. WWE flashed a gigantic QR code on screen during Seth Rollins' match against Rey Mysterio last night on Raw. The code leads to a 16-second video clip on WWE's website. So the clip features WWE superstars from past and present, as well as the mysterious White Rabbit. It coordinates mention in the clip that leads to the pictures of a giant pink rabbit. Oh my goodness. That has got to be Bray Wyatt. No question about it, Bray Wyatt. It's not Corbin, it's not Aleister Black. They don't have any involvement in that. So don't even put their names out there. The zip code of Corbin, Kentucky, was also featured. That doesn't mean Baron Corbin. It's not him. Even JD on his podcast said it's not Corbin. No, it ain't Corbin, man. This is very puzzling because even a Kentuckian like Shawn Ross Sapp is confused by any known connection. It seems like Shawn Ross Sapp's name is on every fucking article every week. Always. I have a lot of people, it says here, and I quote, I have a lot of people reaching out about the 40701 in the White Rabbit video. That's the zip code for Corbin, Kentucky, the town WWE runs sometimes out here. The Fiend defended the Universal title there against The Miz in January 2020, which was one of the worst matches that WWE's ever produced. The Fiend versus The Miz. Why should you produce The Fiend versus The Miz? The Miz was not a good opponent for The Fiend at all. I know of no other connection there. So fans believe WWE is hyping the return of Bray Wyatt with these QR code teases. The company has been playing White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane during commercial breaks as well. So we'll have to see. I think it's Bray Wyatt, no question about it. Bray Wyatt is just doing this to play mind games with the entire community and everybody else, thinking that's not him, but it is. Come out of there, Bray Wyatt. We ain't stupid. We know what you're doing, man. We know you have the greatest creative mind in WWE. And you're known for playing mind games. We know. We know you have the greatest gimmick in all WWE. It's Bray Wyatt, man. Bray Wyatt is such a good wrestler, such a good gimmick character. He is such a great guy with a great creative mind in the company. I can honestly say I'm looking forward to Bray Wyatt coming back. A huge fan, dude, of The Fiend. I want Bray Wyatt to come back as The Fiend. I want him to come back as the Year of Worlds. Fuck that. That gimmick is long gone. We need to see The Fiend get pushed on the main roster because look how Vince and Bruce wasted Bray Wyatt. Look at Bray Wyatt's match with Goldberg. That was one of the worst freaking matches at Super Showdown, man. Bray Wyatt got wasted as if he was a fucking 14-year-old doll. As if he was a 14-year-old toy. He got wasted as if he was a doll. A Barbie doll. That's how bad his run was as Universal Champion. That's how much he got wasted on TV. Goldberg could barely even lift up The Fiend. Looked like a half jackhammer. It didn't even look like no real jackhammer that Goldberg did to Bray Wyatt. I felt bad for Bray Wyatt at that time, man, when he lost to Goldberg. That was some straight up bullcrap right there. It really was. I cannot believe you would have beat Bray Wyatt to somebody's not even a full-time superstar. Not even a full-time competitor. Goldberg is a part-timer, not a full-timer. Why don't you feed a full-timer to a part-timer? Bray Wyatt was a full-timer when he was there. What kind of stupid stuff is that? Who does that? Who does all that? Really? It didn't make sense. Anyways, guys. What do you guys think of this developing story here, man? You think of the story on the QR code again? Let me know. Please. I would love some more audience to get in here, man, because I got a lot more news to go over that you all desperately want to hear, I'm sure. Guys, there's some news on Candice LeRae. Got news on her. Those of you that are Candice LeRae fans and Stings in the community better be in here listening because this is very important news on Candice LeRae. So, Candice LeRae made a name for herself in Triple H's vision of NXT. LeRae had classics against the likes of Io Skye and Dakota Kai. She left the black and gold brand to focus on her family. Candice made her shocking return to Raw last night in Canada. Candice LeRae made her unexpected return in the middle of the show. She was revealed as Nikki Wait, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, JD. What's her name? What's her name, JD? Oh, that's right. Nikki Trash. Nikki Trash, right? Yeah, that's her name. Yeah, I get it. I got it, man. I got it right. At least I got it more right than the majority of the people in the community. The return caught many by surprise because fans didn't expect such a shocking return. It says here, and I quote, Candice LeRae has arrived to WWE Raw. No, it's Monday Night Raw. I call it Monday Night Raw. I don't call it WWE Raw. I think it's stupid to call it WWE Raw. I think it's better to call it Monday Night Raw. That's the better way. That's the right way to call the show. The show that the geeks of the community claim is an A show. Clearly it's not. I think the A show is SmackDown. B show is Monday Night Raw. Candice LeRae got the win in her return match. The former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion defeated Nikki Trash with several minutes. Candice's husband, Johnny Gargano, has previously hinted at her comeback. Oh, really? Yes. Yes, really, folks. And we are going to go over news on that. We're going to go ahead and go over the news on Johnny Gargano's reaction to Candice LeRae's WWE return. So, Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae were a major part of Triple H's vision of NXT. The husband-wife duo bid forever to the Black and Gold brand to rise a family together. Gargano welcomed LeRae back to WWE last night. Candice LeRae made her shocking return to Raw last night in Canada. Canada. British Bulldog's hometown, right? No. Natalia's hometown. That's Aaliyah's hometown too. Shawn Spears' hometown. A guy that's not getting any TV time on AEW. So Nikki Trash took off her mask and cried at her defeat. I guess that's why she suddenly cried, because she got defeated by Candice LeRae. She realized that she was under. She really low the women's division. Johnny Gargano took to Twitter to react to Candice LeRae's surprise WWE comeback. The Rebuild Heart posted a picture of him and Candice LeRae bonding with their son, Will, inside an NXT ring. It says here, and I quote, okay, maybe Quill hasn't been my Ani training part this past month. Welcome back, Candice LeRae, end quote. Both Gargano and Candice will be in action next week on Raw as well. And I got some news on multiple matches being booked for Raw, which we're going to go over that in a minute. Johnny Gargano will square off against Otis of Academy. Candice will take on the Yokai Damage Control next week on Raw. It's not the only matches. That's booked for Monday Night Raw. So, now that we went over that news, we're going to go over the news on Nikki Trash possibly teasing a gimmick change during Raw this week. We just mentioned her name. Now we got to mention her name again. Great. Nikki Trash used to work in Triple H division of NXT as well as Nikki Cross. Vince McMahon changed up her gimmick, which was one of the worst new gimmicks she ever had, by the way. A major way when she made her main roster debut by turning her into a superhero. That was the worst gimmick that Nikki Cross ever had. I didn't like that gimmick on her. They need to turn her back to Nikki Cross. We want the real Nikki Cross back. We don't need this shitty superhero gimmick. We don't need that. Get that off television, please. She's finally showing signs of reverting to her original gimmick. Nikki Trash squared off against Candice LeRae, who made her surprise turn to WWE during Raw in Canada. I already said that. And as you all know, she lost the match. Nikki took her mask off after the match and cried. Commentary team mentioned how we possibly see her collapse. WWE is already in the process to restore the gimmicks of multiple superstars, including Kevin Owens and Matt Riddle. The original Brawl got his full name back during a previous episode of Raw last night. It appears that Nikki Trash could be on her way to becoming Nikki Cross once again. So we'll have to wait to find out. We'll have to wait to find out. So, you guys want Nikki Trash to revert to her NXT gimmick? I certainly do. She needs it. She needs it really, really bad. She desperately needs it. Oh my goodness. For real. No joke. Anyways, there's news on Edge. There's news on him. Just want to keep the Edge fans and Stains updated in the community, just like I did with the Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano fans. So Edge was ruled out of action with a grade 2 MCL sprain because of a vicious attack by the Judgment Day during a previous episode of Raw, which that obviously played into the storyline with Edge and Judgment Day, obviously. He finally made his return to the red brand in his hometown of Canada last night. Edge returned after the main event showdown between Matt Riddle and Damian Priest, which I thought was one of the best matches on Monday Night Raw. I mean, it's the first time ever matchup between Matt Riddle and Damian Priest. The Rated R Superstar rushed to the ring to make the save for Matt Riddle from the Judgment Day. And by the way, this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, my thoughts on that show, really, really good stuff going on there. Monday Night Raw seems to be getting somewhat better now since I've been watching it, since I started back watching it anyway. Usually, sometimes I'll watch before I go to bed. Ringside News exclusively reported that Edge won't be out for long. After getting injured at the hands of Judgment Day, WWE is advertising the Rated R Superstar for the upcoming Extreme Rules Premium Live event. Now he will face Finn Balor in an I Quit match during the event, so that is the 4th match on the Extreme Rules card. Either it's the 4th match or the 5th match. I haven't looked. But speaking of Extreme Rules, I got some news on WWE adding multiple gimmick matches to Extreme Rules. Got some news on that. So they returned with Dakota Kai and Io Sky SummerSlam to put the women's division on notice. We know that. We already seen that. Because I was live. I think I was live for a SummerSlam watch along, I think. I don't think I was. Remember if I was or not. Damage Control won their 6-woman tag team match against Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss at Clash of the Castles as well. So, pretty much, last night, the champion and the challenger upped the ante for their match at Extreme Rules on October the 8th. Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. Alexa! Open tonight's episode of Raw. Rogers Place in Edmonton, Canada. That's my 4th time in a row saying Canada. I'm about to take the word Canada and throw it out the window. The 3 were confronted by Damage Control, and a couple of verbal exchanges took place between Belair and Bayley, who challenged the Raw Women's Champion to a ladder match for Extreme Rules. So then, it said, plus Edge will take on Finn Balor of Judgment Day in an I Quit match at the Premium Live event, which we already said in the other article. The Rated R Superstar issued the challenge to Finn Balor after making his trumpet return to Raw during the event in his hometown of Canada. Yes, that is Edge's hometown. That's Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' hometown too. It's not just Natalya and Aliyah's hometown. Now and it's the Hitman Hart's hometown too, and British. No, it's not British Bulldog's hometown. I'm just joking. It's not technically his hometown. British in the UK is his hometown, but you know. The 14th annual Extreme Rules Premium Live event takes place at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. Yes, folks, my WWE Extreme Rules 2022 live stream watch along will be live next month on October the 8th, starting at 6:00 p.m. So make sure you all are there if you're watching the stream without being seen in the live chat. So the card so far for Extreme Rules, listen up, folks. The card so far, we have the Raw Women's Championship match. We got Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Bayley in the ladder match. Liv Morgan defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey in a Extreme Rules match. Then we got Edge versus Finn Balor in the I Quit match, and Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins in the Fight Pit match. as well as Drew McIntyre versus Karen Cross in a strap match. That is the card for Extreme Rules so far. So I'm going to have to edit my description and put Edge and Finn Balor on there, on the description. Edge versus Finn Balor in the I Quit match. I think this is going to be a solid Extreme Rules. I think this is going to be one of the best Extreme Rules that we haven't got in a long time. That's my thoughts on Extreme Rules right there. It's my thoughts on that. It's my thoughts on Extreme Rules going into the pay-per-view. Put it that way. All right, guys. So apparently WWE books multiple matches for Raw next week. I got some news on that. It says here that WWE produced another solid edition of Raw from, you know where. I'm not even going to say it. You know where. Former NXT star Candice LeRae returned to WWE during the show. LeRae will wrestle her second match since her comeback last week. Sorry for moving so much. Candice LeRae was welcomed back by Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. Liz and Asuka after her match against Nikki Trash. Damage Control showed up to confront the group. Bayley told Candice LeRae she'll have to wait till next week to get a match against Dakota Kai. Plus, both members of the Alpha Academy will be in action. Chad Gable would take on stupid Braun Strowman. Otis, on the other hand, will square off against Johnny Gargano. Next week inside the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Oh, that's man, it's gonna be a great match between Johnny Gargano and Otis. Given that Otis has that amateur background, and Johnny Gargano is pretty much a technician. He knows how to get. He's also a striker too. So what's booked for Raw is pretty much Johnny Gargano versus Otis, Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable. So stupid Strowman. What could I say? Candice LeRae versus Dakota Kai. So what's y'all's take on this story? Let me know. There's some news on Triple H. That's next on the list. We gotta go over news on him before we get to the other ones. So I'm giving you all this news for free, man. This is not, you don't have to charge me $100,000, man. I'm giving you this news, and I'm giving you my opinions for free, man. You know how JD and Jesse on their Dynamite reviews give you their opinions and takes for free? I'm giving you the news and takes and opinions for free. So you should be in the live chat listening, man, to the news I'm giving out, instead of leaving the live chats and not and coming back again, then leaving, coming back again, and then leaving again. I'm fired up, man. People should be in here when I'm fired up, when I'm in a good mood, man. Seriously. Just like yesterday, when I was live with that AEW Monday afternoon news live stream before work. I have to work again today, unfortunately. I'll be off tomorrow, but I gotta work Thursday. Man, I'm gonna have a great day Thursday. I'm really gonna have a good day Thursday. And I'm pretty sure, well, no. Y'all don't know why I'm gonna have a pretty good day Thursday. I'm not gonna say it. It's personal. I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna explain why. There's somebody there that I like, but I'm not gonna say her name. Anyways, the AEW All Out Media Scrum took an unexpected turn after CM Punk went on a scathing rant on Colt Cabana. Adam Page and the Young Bucks verbally obliterating everyone involved. I just want to say thank God they're gone. Get them out. Get them out, man. There's no sense in brawling like a bunch of 12-year-olds back there, man. Unnecessary. I've said this on just about every single live stream watch along, dude. Because that is how embarrassing the media scrum was, man. And CM Punk embarrassed him himself by mentioning all those names. Embarrassing himself in front of Tony Khan. Tony Khan put his foot down and said, hey, I can't have you guys here. You guys got to go. You guys got to get out. Get them all! Get them all, man! CM Punk was involved in a backstage Raw where he fought with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. as previously reported. Sounds like something I say on Cold War when the guy's shooting purple bullets. This guy's getting ported. Guy's a fucking cheater, man. This guy is cheating in the spawn, man. Sounds like something I would literally say on that game. Anyways. And that don't mean I'm teasing that I'm going to be streaming Cold War. No. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. And I'm not getting Modern Warfare 2. Well, you know what? Actually, I might get Modern Warfare 2 and try it out. And see. From watching JD's stream on Modern Warfare 2, it seems like the game looks complete garbage. I don't know. I'll try it out for myself and see when I get it. One thing's for sure, at least I'm not listening to those terrible podcasters with terrible takes like Bully Ray and Bull T, at least. The only podcaster I listen to anyway is JD. Fuck all these other fake podcasters and these wrestling sources in the community. Only wrestling source I have is Ringside News. Legit. Because they are all about giving you true news and not fake news. Meanwhile, you got all these geeks in the community. Oh, well, Ringside News are the dirt sheets. Give me a break. No, they're not. That's just you getting information from negative people on Twitter. And see, that's the problem with Twitter. Twitter's full of freaking idiots who don't know their place in catering. Get off of Twitter, man. Get off of Twitter, I'm telling you. It's full of people with negative attitudes, full of people with disrespect. It's full of people with no positivity or no vibes whatsoever. Get off of Twitter. Twitter is not for you. Get off. Get off of Twitter. You don't see me on Twitter. My Twitter accounts are suspended. I'm glad Twitter suspended my Twitter account because I would have been on there and cussed somebody else out. Another WWE fan out. Tired of these negative WWE, AEW fans in the community. Think they know everything about what's going on in AEW. You don't know, like I know what's going on in WWE and AEW. And if you're going to be spilling your negative, shitty behavior in my chat, oh, no, sir. No, ma'am. You can kindly take your fucking negative comments and get the fuck out of my chat. I'm not having that here. No. We're not having it here. And my moderators can see everything you say in the live chat. And you know they can remove you. My actual YouTube moderators. So, as previously reported, AEW suspended everyone involved in the brawl. It was even believed that Punk and Ace Steel were going to get fired. There is still some actual geeks in the community still talking about this media scrum. Get that shit out of your heads. It's over. Move on. Don't you got better things to do in life than to mention a media scrum, something that's way in the freaking past? Seriously? Like, get over yourselves. Your brains must be tacked with your brains must be tacked with freaking needles or something, man. My goodness. If you're having some mental health issues, get help, please. Please get help. Because you're going to need it. Because you need it. Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. WWE has also been reaching out to stars in AEW, such as Malakai Black, Buddy Matthews, and others. While speaking to his Jim Cornette Experience podcast. See, Jim Cornette, I've been listening to Jim Cornette's podcast sometimes. He has better takes than Bully Ray and Booker T. But JD from New York has better takes than every single podcast. The only greatest podcaster in the IWC, he knows that. He doesn't have to be told that. The smartest guy in the IWC, well, he's not the only smartest guy in the IWC. The only greatest podcaster, but not the only smartest guy. Me, JD, Jesse, and Solomon Monster, and all these other guys in the community, see, we know what's going on in WWE and AEW, unlike these negative, ungrateful geeks in the community that don't care. Hell, these negative geeks in the community don't even care about the young talent that's getting wasted. They don't even care who's in charge and who's not, who's getting fired and who's not, man. You know, Only the smart guys, like me and JD and Jesse and Saw Monster and all of these other people in the community, these other smart guys in the community care about who's getting fired and who's not, who's staying and who's not, who's producing better television and who's not, who's booking better matches and who's not, who's booking better segments. All we smart guys want is better professional wrestling. It's that simple. We want better matches booked, better storylines, better feuds. We want to see better rivalries. We want to see better in-ring action, better professional wrestling. That's what we want to see. We want the shows to feel right. We want the shows to be written and produced right. We want the shows to be great. We want the shows to invest our time in watching, you know. Shows that we can say, man, this week's episode of SmackDown or Monday Night Raw was great. We don't want shows to watch. We don't want to watch shows to where we have to, on our reviews and watch-alongs, to where we have to say, this week's episode of Dark is terrible. Come on. We want better wrestling. Period. So, Cornette, as I'm saying, Cornette advised Triple H to sign AEW wrestlers amid all the backstage chaos in the company. So, he says, and I quote, there are all kinds of ways that you can let a guy know that, boy, we would like to have so-and-so if he wasn't under contract to somebody else. So this seems to be the right time, or the right time to play that game. Hold on a second. I gotta put my light check up. I don't know. I'm not sure why it's off. I'm not even leaving yet. New guy in charge of the, not the dominant billionaire that everybody was mad at. Combine that with the chaos backstage in the locker room and civil war in AEW. I don't mean to be rude, but we got some NF retards on Twitter, man. That is why I say you guys need to get off Twitter. People like that, you gotta go. You gotta get off. You gotta stay away from people like that, man. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. AEW, different camps and people saying, well, y'all damn. Something I used to say in my country language. God damn! We actually had something going, and now the whole thing may actually have fallen apart because of the EVPs. You know, the EVPs known as those geeks, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. So this is the right time for the WWE to find out just how many of those AEW guys really want to be there now. Shoot. I want to keep streaming and producing watch-alongs and reviews. Just like I'm hoping and praying to God that YouTube accepts my channel through the partnership program. I don't want to have to start over again. I already have a second YouTube channel up and running. Well, yeah, up and running. It's going to be up and running very soon. Especially when I get that PS5 and be streaming on the other channel. I'm going to be uploading my first intro for my second YouTube channel as well. That's probably going to be more than likely this weekend. So I hope you guys subscribe to the other channel so you can get an opportunity to check out a short video of my intro. It's going to be great. You guys are going to like it. It's probably like a 20 or 30 second video of my intro for my second channel. But anyways, Eric Bischoff recently blasted CM Punk for being bitter and brutal. I mean, do you blame him? But he will also be out of action for a long time. Well into next year because of the injury. I think CM Punk needs to retire at this point. If he's really going to be out for 8-9 months, he really needs to retire. There's no need. That takes too long. That's too much patience. I wouldn't wait too long for that. So, what's y'all's take on this story? Let me know. So, there is some news on Trish Stratus that we are going to go over. Trish Stratus, as you all know, is also from Canada, so that is her hometown as well. So, Trish Stratus is considered one of the most important female WWE superstars in the history of the company. She paved the way for the current generation of female pro wrestlers all around the world as well. WWE recently revealed that she's a better legend than all the other legends that are not legends. It includes Great Khali and Emo Marie and all these freaking Attitude Era superstars that Vince McMahon claim are legends. They're really not. Not trying to be negative in any way, but I'm just throwing it out there. But the WWE legend recently revealed that her appendix was about to burst, and she had to undergo emergency surgery. Thankfully, she is all right now, and even gave an update to her fans. I wonder what that was. I don't know what that was. Doesn't sound right. Appendix. What is that? It doesn't sound right to me. The pro wrestling legend took to her Twitter and uploaded a photo of herself as she teased a new secret project with WWE. So it says here, and I quote, "Secret Project Day 1." And quote. I guess we'll have to wait and see what secret project Trish Stratus is actually doing with the company. No homo, I really don't care about this project. I'm just more importantly glad that she is healthy and back to herself again. That's what I'm glad the most. That's what I'm happy about Trish Stratus, that she's able to walk, able to get back on her feet, able to do what she has to do. I really don't care about this secret project. I really don't. No homo. What's your favorite Trish Stratus moments, guys? Let me know. I don't have any. Say that right now. There's news on Bayley. Bayley remains one of the most popular female wrestlers in all of WWE. Yes, indeed, that is true. Bayley's one of my favorites, all-time favorites, man. One of the all-time greats. Same with Sasha Banks, all-time great. She is a record-breaking SmackDown Women's Champion and excels at portraying both a babyface and a heel. The role model was away for well over a year after suffering an ACL injury while training at the Performance Center, and I would not be surprised if they turn her babyface next year. I wouldn't be surprised. She finally returned during WWE SummerSlam alongside Dakota Kai and Io Skye. They are known as Damage Control. On this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, Io Skye failed to beat Bianca Belair in a singles match. Even Dakota Kai has been losing singles matches. While speaking on Legion of Raw, Vince Russo blasted Bayley's faction for lacking credibility due to them losing the singles matches. I mean, they are losing a little bit of credibility, and they need to work on it a little bit. They need to go to Triple H and ask and be like, hey, why are we losing these matches on Monday Night Raw? We should be dominating. We should be winning. What's going on? They need to question Triple H and creative on what's going on and why they got them losing. Because I don't think when you're a champion, I don't think you should be losing. Even when you're a women's tag team champion, even if you're a men's tag team champion, you should not be losing. Even when you're a United States champion, or a Intercontinental champion, or a Universal champion, or a WWE champion, or an AEW Women's Championship, you should not be losing as champion. That makes you look like a freaking geek. I'm sorry. So it says here, and I quote, it's the 70s mentality of, well, they are the tag champs. It's all right if they lose singles matches. Now, Chris Now, Chris Featherstone, what you do to get around this is, bro, have a street fight where the finish could be something so creative that you're not beating someone with a 1, 2, 3. There are so many different ways to do this. I have said this 3 weeks. I have said this 3 weeks in a row. Why did Bayley choose 2 girls who are going to lose to all the time? He says, Bruce Rusev says, why did Bayley choose 2 girls who are going to lose all the time? This is the 3rd week in a row I have said that. End quote. So that is from Vince Russo. That's what he said on his podcast. Bayley will challenge Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title at WWE Extreme Rules. And let's be honest, the only podcast I watch is JD's. The only podcaster I watch is JD, you freaking virgins. Oh, but IWN is a JD wannabe. Oh, IWN is always with the fucking dirt sheets. Yeah, break. Seriously. What the shit with all that? Meanwhile, in case you didn't look at my description, his name is on my description for a reason. He's one of my many inspirations. My only favorite podcaster, in the IWC, he inspires people like me to keep going. And then you wonder why he shits on people like you in the community. Making negative comments, your terrible grammar and terrible takes. People just, that's why this is why I say people need to get off Twitter. Even JD has said this multiple times. Get off of Twitter. It's not a good social media platform. If you see somebody commenting on your tweet, making negative comments, get off of Twitter. Report them to Twitter. Or block them. It's that simple. That's the right thing to do. Report their comments to either Twitter or block them. But Twitter doesn't do anything about it. Twitter will just take their accounts off and suspend them, and that's it. They won't even permanently suspend their accounts. They permanently suspend mine for arguing with the WWE things in the community that were shitting on the AEW and Tony Khan last year. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate the WWE fans shitting all over Tony Khan and AEW last year because I thought Tony Khan and AEW Creative were producing the best shows that they've ever produced last year. Their shows from last year are better than the shows this year. Last year's AEW shows and pay-per-views are better than the ones that were produced this year, legitimately. I am not kidding. So Bayley will challenge Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title at WWE Extreme Rules. The match will be a ladder match. After this week's episode, we'll have to pretty much see who will prevail in the match. That seems like it's going to be a good match. I mean, we've seen Bianca Belair versus Bayley deliver before. That's basically a rematch. Those of you who don't know and realize, it's basically a rematch from last year that we had already got. You know, when Bayley was just now getting better as a heel. You know what I mean? So, anyhow, moving on to the next news. So, there is some news on WWE's original plan for Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross SmackDown segment for Botched Fireball. So, and before I go over that, I'm going to change the music here. All right. So, Drew McIntyre is certainly one of the top superstars in WWE, and he clearly loves his profession. So, He won the WWE champion once and continues to be a beloved star. That being said, he also knows how to call an audible when needed. The Scottish Warrior has been engaged in a feud with Karrion Kross ever since the later return to WWE last month. On last week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, McIntyre was confronted by Kross and Scarlett that resulted in quite a melee. It also included a butched fire paper spot. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that the segment was largely impromptu, and he also reviewed their original plans. It says here, and I quote, "It was impromptu, but not exactly. There was concern because they used like a pretty much a fireball gun. I don't know why you would use a fireball gun in the ring. That's dangerous. To me, it is. In my honest opinion, I think it's dangerous. It was almost like if it was known since they were going live that they would adjust. So if you notice, Drew McIntyre paused for a second and then he attacked Kross. They pretty much called, I guess there was mutual understanding as Scarlett hit a little whoop. It worked out somehow, but it was absolutely not the plan, end quote. So apparently the segment went off as it did on television. Some fans might not have noticed, but those who knew the actual plan certainly saw that they changed up the segment. I knew just how terrible it was. So I wonder how, we'll have to see how Drew McIntyre will feud with Kross in the coming weeks before Extreme Rules. This might be a long feud. I don't know. I don't know how long this feud is going to last. I don't think Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross for Extreme Rules is the last match of their feud. I really don't. I think this feud is going to last for a long time. Just based on how good Drew and Karrion Kross are. And their character, how good their character gimmicks are too. And how good their promos are in the ring. Drew McIntyre has a better promo than Happy Garbage. Known as Happy Corbin. There is some news on NXT. We're going to go over that. That's next on the list in the description. So it says here that Triple H was given the role as the top person in charge of WWE Creative after Vince McMahon stepped down from his role as WWE Chairman. Good. Get him out. This was the best thing that could have happened for WWE according to fans. According to me as well. Vince and Bruce made WWE and made these young talents look like glittering idiots on the main roster, man. Went from wasting them, burying them, to putting them right in Titus catering, only for them to get released because of budget cuts. Give me a break. Yeah, right. They released Keith Lee because he was overweight. Same reason why they released Bray Wyatt. Released them because he was fat. That's not nice to be releasing somebody because they're fat. Come on. That's not right. That is not cool. That's not good manners coming from Vince and Bruce at all. Releasing somebody from WWE because they're fat. Meanwhile, Bruce looks like a fat slob. That fat slob, Bruce Prichard, releasing somebody from the company because they're fat. Come on. That's not right. Goes to show you how disrespectful and how immature Vince and Bruce are. Goes to show how immature they both were with the young talent they had. They went from changing Austin Theory's name to changing Shotzi Blair's name, Gunther's name, Pete Dunne's name. Now, all those people that got their names changed to stupid gimmick names, now they're getting their old ring names, their NXT names back. Shotzi Blackheart's got her name back. Pete Dunne's got his name back. Gunther's going to be reportedly getting his name back. Piper Niven's getting her name back. That explains why she's not on TV. Xia Li still has her name. Shayna Baszler still has her name. Raquel is going to be getting her name back to Raquel Gonzalez. I hope to God. And I think Giovanni Vinci is going to be getting his name back too. He needs to. Ludwig Kaiser needs to get his name back to Marcel Barthel. Giovanni needs to get his name back to Fabian Heyer, because that was a better name than Giovanni Vinci. Fabian Heyer was the better name. That was a better name. That's what I call him. Because that was his ring name, his real ring name when he was an Imperium. So, the game was the brains behind NXT becoming a proper brand for a long time with him in power. So NXT went back to the classic gold and black theme. According to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, the 2.0 branding is now officially over. But the philosophy for the NXT, for the new NXT, will remain similar. This includes using younger talent. It says there, and I quote, "No more 2.0. It's just NXT again. They're going back to the old colors, but the same philosophy and the sense of mostly younger guys coming in and younger women coming in and everything." End quote. The main event of the first NXT Premium Live event, New Era, is set to be announced on tonight's episode of NXT, which is this week. So we'll have to see how the overall product will be like. What's your guys' take on NXT not really changing the way they do things? Sound off in the live chats or sound off in the comments below when the stream ends. I would appreciate it. Now, we are going to move on. We're going to go ahead and move on to the news. To the AEW news. Now, we've went over the WWE news. Now we're going to go over the AEW news coming out of Dark. You know, the WWE news coming out of Raw. Well, yeah. You guys know what I mean. I don't know what's going on in my video. I can't get my... There we go. Okay, so... we got a little bit of AEW news here to go over. Go ahead and change the music again first. All right. So as you all know, AEW Battle of the Belts 4 will be airing on the same day as WWE Extreme Rules. So I'm probably going to have to change something. I don't know what's going to happen as far as that goes. Something's going to have to change. Let's click here and see. So there's some news on AEW Battle of the Belts. So, AEW, at first, the original plan was for AEW to bring the next edition of the Battle of the Belt while they struggled with ratings on Battle of the Belts 3. The company will certainly have something special planned for their fourth show. The first Battle of the Belt show aired on January the 8th, 2022, and it was main evented by Britt Baker, retaining the AEW Women's World Championship against Riho. Excuse me. The second edition of the show was main evented by Thunder Rosa, defending the AEW Women's World Championship against Nyla Rose on April 15th. The third show saw Claudio Castagnoli and Kanoski compete in the main event for the Ring of Honor World title. AEW Battle of the Belts 4 will be taped following the live episode of Rampage in DC on October the 7th. The show will air on October the 8th, the same day as Extreme Rules. So, what we're going to have to do, guys, is we're going to have to combine both pay-per-views. I'm going to have to skip a live stream for both pay-per-views. So, I'm going to have to put both pay-per-view logos on the same thumbnail and put all the talent that's going to be on the show on there. So I'm going to have to delete Extreme Rules off now, unfortunately. But you know what? I know what I can do. I have an idea. I have a plan. I don't even have to delete Extreme Rules. I could just redo the thumbnail. I have some ideas, guys. I'm going to explain it at the end. AEW Battle of the Belts 4 will be taped. Show will air on October the 8th, same day as Extreme Rules. It will be very interesting to see how the ratings turn out for AEW Battle of the Belts. Odds are they will see some very extreme competition for WWE's gimmick-heavy pay-per-view offering. While they might not take place on the same day slot, they are finally being held on the same day, regardless. So I guess we'll have to see how successful the 4th Battle of the Belts will be. Now, there is some news on AEW changing Battle of the Belts air date to avoid WWE Extreme Rules conflict. So it says here, this is the update for AEW Battle of the Belts 4. So AEW is set to bring the next edition of Battle of the Belts very soon. They certainly have forgotten how the previous edition of the show performed as well. They also made a change to the upcoming show. As previously reported, AEW Battle of the Belts 4 will be taped following the live episode of Rampage in Washington, D.C. on October 7th. That was the original plan. That was previously reported. So, the show was set to air on October the 8th, the same day as Extreme Rules. Well, remember when I went over that with you guys? Well, this is an update. So, TNT has updated its programming schedule recently. AEW will air a live Rampage on Friday, November the 7th. In addition to taping Battle of the Belts. Originally, Rampage was listed as airing at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Battle of the Belts 4 at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. However, TNT now lists Rampage as airing at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Battle of the Belts 4 airing at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, November 7th, or October 7th, excuse me. The time for the show is listed locally as pretty much 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So far, no matches have been announced for the show, so we'll have to see how they will be booked. So, and I repeat, Battle of the Belts will be at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, October the 7th. So now I don't have to worry about making changes to my Extreme Rules watch along. Yay! AEW made the right decision this time. Yes! I'll be combining both, and then, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense to have Battle of the Belts 4 on Friday and not on the same day as Extreme Rules. The start time for the show is locally as 8 p.m. So, Battle of the Belts will pretty much start at 8 p.m. pretty much. So that means it'll air at 11 p.m., but it's locally as 8 p.m. I'm gonna have to look it up and see the truth. I'm gonna have to look up the truth. I don't know if I trust this or not, this information. But, like I said, we'll see how they will be booked. What is y'all's take on this change? I don't have any right now. And the last news I have for the day, folks, before I get on out of here finally. The last news I have today is on AEW dragging for letting stars grow boring after their debuts. News on Chris Jericho and Keith Lee, and that is going to be it. That is going to be all for today. So there's some news on Chris Jericho set to defend his Ring of Honor World title on AEW Dynamite. We're going to go over news on that first before we go over the news on AEW again. So AEW has a lot going on and even more titles floating around their roster. Chris Jericho just picked up the Ring of Honor World title and he's primed to defend it, pretty much. In an attempt to hype this week's AEW Dynamite, Tony Khan announced that the newly crowned Ring of Honor World Champion Chris Jericho will defend his title against Bandito. The fight is going to be a banger, and it will be an excellent opportunity for the fans to see some Ring of Honor talent on AEW programming. But Ring of Honor talent needs to be on Ring of Honor television, not on AEW television. Just like the titles, Ring of Honor titles should not be on AEW television. It should be on Ring of Honor television. Just throwing it out there. That's just me. Too many titles on AEW, way too many. If this is helpful in the long run for AEW and Ring of Honor, it's something I guess we'll have to see. Ring of Honor and AEW are integral to Tony Khan pretty much. It's taken over by Tony Khan, president of AEW. This crossover helps superstars get an opportunity to showcase their talent to the fans, and the bigger the audience, the better the pop. I guess that's true, but still, I'm still going by what I said. Still standing by what I said. Every champion has an opportunity to prove themselves, and this will be the Wizards' opportunity to showcase that his win pretty much wasn't a fluke. So, his win wasn't a fluke. It would make way for some interesting storylines. So here's the card for this week's episode of Dynamite, folks, which will be tomorrow night. We got AEW World Championship Eliminator Jon Moxley versus Juice Robinson for the AEW World Championship. We got fans hearing from Saraya. So Saraya will be cutting a promo. So we're going to have a Saraya segment on Dynamite. We're going to have an MJF segment. He'll appear, cut a promo. Just Jericho will have his celebration, his championship celebration. Then we'll have Chris Jericho versus Bandito. So that's what's slated. That's what's all slated for AEW. If you have any questions on that, let me know. So, I have some news on AEW, and this is somewhat important. I'm pretty sure this is important to y'all. Believe it or not, it's somewhat important, believe it or not. I don't know what else I should tell you outside of that. So AEW they were dragged for letting stars grow boring after debuts. Why? That's what I want to know. AEW tries to be an alternative to WWE, and that's been the case ever since its debut back in 2019. For the most part, it has succeeded in that regard, but there are still a lot of improvements to be made. One of the defining traits of AEW for the past few years is certainly their shocking debuts. I'm going to say stalking. I don't know where I got the word stalking from. Maybe I'm thinking about Christmas when I say stalking. While some were more impactful than others, AEW is now known for having a lot of ex-WWE stars debut. However, it has not come to the point that a lot of debuts don't end up well in the long run. While speaking to Jim Cornette Jim Cornette criticized AEW for their debuts because becoming, boring after a few months. Yeah, you know what? Some debuts in AEW have been boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. They haven't really been. Some of them haven't really been that good. But this is what Jim Cornette had to say about that. And he says, and I quote, "Everybody's always going to pop, especially AEW fans, because they want everybody. They want everything about that program to be good, and it doesn't wear off because you're not surprised hearing the same person every time. So it's always a big pop the first time. But the problem, because when there's a pattern of everybody getting a huge pop on their first night, and by the time they've been there a month, nobody gives a two shits. It's not, are they happy the first night? It's, will they keep coming back? End quote. That's what Jim Cornette had to say. So Riot made her debut last week on AEW Dynamite to a thunderous pop. Now it remains to be seen whether she will become a huge part of the company or not. So the last news I have is on Keith Lee. For the first time ever, I have news on Keith Lee. So Keith Lee squashes rumor about turning down WWE's advances. So it says here that WWE and AEW are both they're both operating in the same pro wrestling landscape, and there have been some issues with contract tampering in recent memory. It seems that one of those stories was fabricated. The rumor is that Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland were approached about getting out of AEW contracts. Lee and Swerve were apparently not fans of how they were treated and how Mia Yim was treated in WWE. So they just declined the offer. It seems that isn't the case. Keith Lee tweeted out to clear up the situation. He also threw a bit of shade on some of the people who seems to be reporting and believing those stories. It says here, and I quote, I am fascinated that such a thing was stated, reported. No one knows my personal business in any capacity, and I certainly have not spoken with whoever those people are. My advice would be to ignore outlets that merely use names to make up stories. Read a book instead. End quote. So that's what Keith Lee said on Twitter. We'll have to see who exits AEW next. It seems that Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland are very happy in Tony Khan's company. Only time will tell if they change their minds down the line. Folks, that's going to do it for your WWE AEW Tuesday afternoon news. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. It's okay. It's okay to hit the thumbs down too. It lets me know that I need to improve and I need to work on my speaking or work on certain things on the channel. Anyways, guys, I am getting the heck out of here. I have to get ready for work here in a minute. So, thank you guys for joining me for the AEW Dark Elevation live stream watch along. If you guys haven't subscribed yet and you're new, hit that subscribe button. And please, most importantly, turn on that bell for notifications. Hit the thumbs up on the stream. Let's get 4 or 5 likes on the stream minimum. I really, really would appreciate that. And continue to support my YouTube channel in any way you can. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm getting out of here. I hope you guys have a very, very good, decent Tuesday afternoon. And most importantly, stay safe always. I will see you guys in the live chat for AEW Dark episode 162. See you guys then.